So let's get started. First, you're going to want to center punch the core between the E and the S. In this particular case, it's a best core. And prior to beginning any drilling, make sure you measure the drill bit in reference to the core to make sure you don't go too far, and mark it with a piece of tape. Carefully place the drill bit on the center punch and slowly start to begin drilling. The first penetration on the core is going to be the face plate. So carefully take a look to see your depth before you actually bore through the face plate. You'll notice here in a second, as the drill bit makes its way through, it's going to catch the face plate and slightly bend it and pull it away from the core. And there it is. You can see the edge there. We are now into the section of the core where the barrels are. In this process, you're going to slowly drill, on occasion having to back up the drill, which will actually clean out debris out of the core as you keep moving forward. As the drill bit makes its way through the barrels, you will feel a pop sensation in the drill, to which you want to reverse the drill bit and allow some of that debris to come out. Continue this process until you essentially feel 7 pops, which would then indicate you've drilled through all 7 barrels. Here we're about halfway through the core. I fast forwarded to the end where you can see that the drill bit is at its measurement point indicated by the tape, at which point we'll stop and begin the clean out process. With a small pick, you're going to want to take out as much debris as you can. There's going to be pins and springs and brass in there, and all those little shavings can impede the shear line from being able to rotate it to the right so that it will move the locking lug on the core. So take a moment, make sure you clean out all the debris out of there. And once you think you've got most of it, this is a good time maybe to try and rotate that cylinder with a screwdriver. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of movement from the control lug. In the left hand side here, as I rotate the screwdriver and pick out any debris, you'll see it's starting to slowly free up the keyway and cracking the shear line. There's still plenty of work to be done here. In some cases you may need, from a pick set, one of these hook picks, and from the bottom pull out a lot of the pins that are the smaller pins that fell in between the shear line and the keyway. This could take a few minutes cleaning those out. We won't spend too much time in this video clip showing that, but nevertheless it's the same process. Continue this all the way to the back of the core until all of those pins are removed and free. Once you feel you may have advanced the shear line for the locking lug enough, 10 to 15 degrees to the right, at this point you can put a screw in, and then maybe with some needle nose pliers you can get a little leverage to pry forward on that core and slowly start to ease it out of the cylinder. You may have to switch to a regular pair of pliers to remove the core altogether. And at this point you've finished the process. Now, before reinserting a new core into the cylinder, it's a good idea to take your pick set again and maybe clean out some of the debris that's in the bottom, because during that drilling process there will be shavings and bits and pieces of brass and from the pins and the springs laying in the bottom and typically towards the back of the cylinder. So it's important to get all that out before you put another core in so that there's no binding issues. Well, good luck and thank you for watching.